welcome to Ty's Talk, ladies and gentlemen. Today is March the 27th, I think. Yes, it is. The March 27th, 2026. We're going to be talking about TNA because they're getting ready for their pay-per-view called Sacrifice. We do have more matches that got made. BDE will be having a match with Ryan Nimitz. I think there was a tag team one. Wasn't there a tag team one? I don't know, but I remember there was... Why can't I remember things? Jody Thread will be versing Tessa Blanchard. That was another one that got added. I think there was a tag team one, but I don't remember which one. But we did hear that Matt Hardy got injured because of the system. And now Vincent is going to be teaming up with Jeff Hardy to defend the tag titles at Sacrifice. So that's going to be interesting. Did the system really attack Matt Hardy? Or maybe the Righteous? We have no idea. Before we get to the matches for TNA, ladies and gentlemen, we got some segments. A lot of interesting things that showed up here from last night. Crazy Steve made his return to the TNA. Yeah. Crazy Steve returns because remember, Rosemary is still trying to get Allie to be back to be alive because she's dead in TNA. Because if you don't remember, when she went to the undead realm, she got killed. Yes, that's how they kill people. That's how they take people off of TNA. They killed them. That's what they did with Eric Young, and somehow he was alive. He came back. Even with Ethan Page, he got killed by himself as a karate guy. And he came back to go for the TNA World Championship when Joe Hendry was champion. So yeah, a lot of weird things happened on TNA, and people are back to alive. I don't think they didn't kill Crazy Steve off. I think he just didn't have a contract and he doesn't show up anymore. So yeah. So Crazy Steve came back, and it sounds like he might not want to help because he doesn't want to be there. He doesn't want to be part of the undead. So yeah. But we did have a WCW legend showed up, Buff Bagwell. He didn't have the best 2025 because he lost his leg. He had to amputate it in 2025. And ladies and gentlemen, it's sad. I hate when people have to do that. I understand it has to happen because some people get sick on their leg and you can't really do much. There's no cure for it. So you have to, if you want to stay alive, you have to amputate. I'm not a big fan of that. I'd rather be sick than lose my limbs. I can't do that. I can't. Every time I see somebody that doesn't have a leg, I'm sorry, but it grosses me out. It's just, nobody deserves that. I know there's a lot of people like that, but I feel sorry for those people. I feel sorry for them big time. But ladies and gentlemen, Buff Bagwell comes out, and he wrestled in TNA before. In the early days of TNA, when they had a lot of WWE legends showed up in TNA, like Roddy Piper, the Road Warriors, I think it was just Animal. They even had Team 3D. They had the Steiner Brothers. They had a lot of old school WWE superstars or WWF superstars showed up on TNA. Even WCW wrestlers. So Buff Bagwell comes out and he says he wants to apologize to the fans and say he's sorry how he acted to these past couple years in his career and all that stuff. So he wants to apologize of being a heel. And then, ladies and gentlemen, he did say that he wants to wrestle one more time for TNA with his I forgot they called the leg. His leg that is not real. Aesthetically, he wants to wrestle one more time, and then he got interrupted by Frankie Kazarian. He made fun of him. He says he doesn't have a chance. He wishes that he will be the one to beat him up, but he says he's a better man. And then, ladies and gentlemen, here comes Elijah to make the save for Buff Bagwell. And maybe we will have Buff Bagwell in the match. Maybe. We don't know. But ladies and gentlemen, we got TNA matches happen here. We got BDE versus Ali. Pretty decent match. I never thought I would see this match ever in my life. BDE versus Mustafa Ali. It was a pretty decent match. But the winner of that match was Mustafa Ali because he has a big match at Sacrifice when he teams up with Tasha Steelz versus Jada Stone and Trey Miguel. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it wasn't done there because Ali's Order 4 attacked Rich Swann, the tag team partner of BDE. And then here comes Trey Miguel whacking Agent O with the International Championship. But then the numbers was still too much for him. With Tasha Steelz, the Gray Hands, and Mustafa Ali taking down Trey Miguel. And then Jada Stone comes out and starts beating up everybody, doing crossbodies, faking out people when they were trying to run. But ladies and gentlemen, will that happen at Sacrifice? Will Jada Stone and Trey Miguel win? This was before Matt Hardy got attacked. We got Jeff Hardy versus Brian Myers. Brian Myers is upset because he lost in seconds against Moose last week. So he wants a match with Jeff Hardy because he gets a tag team title shot at Sacrifice. I was going to say not at Sacrifice, but it is at Sacrifice. But ladies and gentlemen, it was a pretty decent match, but the winner of that match was Jeff Hardy. But the system attacks a whole bunch of attacks the Hardys, and then the Righteous comes out to make the save, and all the system and the Righteous fought into the audience, but there was only one guy still in the ring, and that was Bear Bronson. And Moose comes out because they have a match, and that match is next. We got Moose versus Bear Bronson, pretty decent match, but the winner of that match was Moose because Bear Bronson wasn't focused, because the rest of the system comes out because Bear Bronson was having problems, and he can't handle Mr. Moose and Boosie. So the system comes out, but there's a whole bunch of football players, former football teammates of Moose, when he was part of the football, they come out and stop them. They guarded the ramp. And of course, Cedric Alexander, the smallest guy of the team, has a big mouth and start barking at this one guy. And this one guy just shoves him down. And then Bear Bronson was no focus. He got speared. Moose gets the win. But now Moose has to worry about Eddie Edwards tonight at Sacrifice. Will we see the turn of Alicia Edwards? Because that's her husband. She's okay with the other ones because that's not her husband. But her husband versus Moose. Will we see it? We have a 6 women's match here. 6-women tag team match. We got Victoria Crawford, Mila Moreau, and Tessa Blanchard versus Myla Grace, Harley Hudson, and Jody Threat. It was a pretty okay match, but the winner of that match was Tessa Blanchard's team. Nothing big happened. Tessa Blanchard got momentum before their match at Sacrifice. And then we got Eric Young versus a jobber. The winner of that match was Eric Young. Our main event, Eddie Edwards and Cedric Alexander versus Leon Slater and Mike Santana. Awesome tag team match. I enjoyed it. But ladies and gentlemen, the winner of that match was Eddie Edwards and Cedric Alexander because of Steve Maclin choking out Leon Slater. And because he's not allowed touching Mike Santana, and Mike Santana is not allowed touching Steve Maclin, or he gets stripped of the title. And if Steve Maclin attacks him, no title, he doesn't get the title match. So he attacked Leo Slater. So because of that distraction, Mike Santana gets the pin, and he lost. Eddie Edwards pins the world champion. Remember, he gets a world title match because of the Beast or Fire briefcase. Whenever that happens. I don't know when that happens. But ladies and gentlemen, if you guys enjoyed this video, hit the like button, leave a comment below, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell. And I'm hoping that I fix my 2K26 because some reason my 2K26 likes to like restarts itself. It kicks me out of my game. What I did is that I don't have a lot of space or storage in my Xbox, so I uninstalled. I didn't delete it. I could install it again. I uninstalled 2K24. I gave me more storage because I think every time you download somebody, you just take more storage. On communications, if it's arena, logos, or Money in the Bank briefcase, I think you're just taking a whole bunch of storage and it's just cramming up my Xbox. I'm hoping that's what it is, and I'm hoping it works good. Right now, it's working good. Haven't got this no connection of 2K accounts. It could be if it's really old school 2K account, maybe that could be it. Maybe not 2K25 because that's not really old, but 2K24 was. So it could be because of that too, because it's a really old school 2K account, and maybe it's just bugging my 2K26. I have no idea. I'm just making guesses here, and I'm hoping it works. But if you guys enjoyed this video, hit the like button, comment, subscribe, notification bell. See you guys tomorrow for my Friday Night SmackDown results. Bye!